Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're coming to you with a bit of a warning for what's coming up. It gets rough. It's, I'm sure a lot of you have already experienced this today. And going for the next couple days, we're going to try to iron out what we think is going to be the best way to go. So, guys, if you haven't already, appreciate it. Those of you using that code CHICKEN in the shop. I did just get a bunch of stuff in from Supercell to give away for. We're going to do giveaways on Discord, channel members, things like that. So you want to see more like that. I forget how you have to do it. It's very complicated now to become a channel member. You have to go to like the YouTube page and then go to the something section, and you guys are smart. You'll figure it out. So yeah. So that being said, also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys that do take a second. I know it's annoying to go through the YouTube stuff, but it does help out everything, guys. So here's where we're at today. Now the log doesn't look too terrible, but it just wasn't really. I mean, these are from last night, so it just wasn't a push day. So we went to 4 engines. Now 4 engines is not really that great in it of itself. Now I think this base, I think this is one I made. I didn't copy it, so maybe that's the problem. I should probably copy somebody's base, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to be that crucial for right now, so I'm still not really doing that. I made a bunch of bases yesterday, and it didn't help anything. So here's where we're at, guys. Here's where we're at. Now, our next chest, we can get the boom cannons, so I don't want to spend too many of my tokens, but actually, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to save. We need the tokens. We don't need the sniper towers. What we need is rockets. We need shock launchers, So we might as well save up our tokens now and then spend them a little bit later on. But, okay, so you get to 4, and then what makes 4 good? So 4 in and of itself is not very good. I would say it's better than 3 if you've taken, a similar path to us and you've gone defensive, which I think most people have. So if you got the building health in that, yeah, 4 is better than 3, for sure. They're going to get slower times on your 4-engine base than your 3-engine base. But what do we need after that? So it looks like we want to rush to tanks. I think we want tanks because the problem is, yeah, the hot pot is great. The rockets are great. The Zookas are strong. The Zookas are good. But everyone else is going to have that by the time we get there. And if we can't take down the opponent at all, like if we're fizzling with just clone rifles, we're not going to get anywhere. We can fizzle them and they can fizzle us. We'll be in the same boat. So I think what makes sense is go to tanks, get the shock launchers. That puts us close to going to 5 if we want to, and then just kind of reassess from there. Maybe skip all of this stuff in the middle and go back and get it later. But yeah, for right now, I think that's what makes the most sense is to go forward, get the boom cannon for sure. I mean, you have to. But I think going to tanks first is going to be the better bet than doing anything else because everything else isn't really working right now. So we're going to do a couple attacks. So there's the base, there's the tech. Now we're going over the attack strategy. Now the attack has not really changed. It's still essentially the same, fundamentals to using the clone rifles that we've seen before. It's just a slightly different base layout and slightly the same defenses. Now, something I didn't really touch on a lot yesterday was how to take down the hot pod. So the hot pod, you have to flare it. If you're using all clone rifles, you absolutely have to flare the hot pod. If you're not doing that, it's simply going to kill everything. It just roasts the clone rifles. It's going to be satisfying to see on defense, but it sucks when it happens to you. I've had that happen a few times where I forgot it was there, and then, oh, there it goes. But you got to flare it, and you got to throw the golden critters on top of it as well. Okay, so this guy's got all the boosts, but I believe we do too. So it should be a somewhat even match. Let's see. We're going to go like this and like this. Nice, we almost got one go through. Okay, and then we're going to come up through this section. Definitely, guys, max out the gunboat if you're still doing this attack strategy. It has been very, very beneficial to have a max, just to have the gunboat maxed and to have few more crystal critters at your disposal makes a very, very big difference, because that's literally the only thing that we have right now. We don't have any other way of doing anything on the base. We have no way of taking stuff down or distracting anything. So it's very important you do that. Now you see the flamethrowers, they are, they're damaging, but the hot pot, it's like 6 of them on top of each other. It just roasts all your troops. So be very careful around hot pots. Hot pots, shock launchers, I've only faced them the one time yesterday, of course, when I was going for rank 18. But they weren't the end of the world. They were not the end of the world. We were still able... The thing is with I always screw up the name on them, the clone rifles, they're not the worst thing, because they pop and they kind of go in different spots. It's not like your troops are all together. They're very random how they kind of spread out. So, yeah. And you see right here, I mean, this guy, he was closer probably to fizzling us, but since we're 4AR, we got the win, because we're able to just to slow him down even more. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe rank 18 could potentially be there, but we're going to do a couple more. Mr. J-Dog, if he's able to finish up here. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at over the next few days is tanks, Zookas, some of that stuff is going to come into the mix. I think what we really need is we either needed earlier Zookas or we need shock bombs earlier, because it's going to turn into this. Like these are going to be our attacks very soon, where we end up fizzling, just like J-Dog did right there. So 4AR is good. And this is just a crappy base that I made. The base is terrible. The thought process was hiding or protecting the mines with shock mines. I'm not really using the shock mines for troops. I'm using the shock mines for the golden critters, so they can't pop a lot of them. But it's just the base layout. I mean, it's just the base layout, the deck layout, rather. It just simply takes longer to get through, and your troops got to stretch a little bit farther. They got to walk through, more range of defenses, and there's more mine paths for them to take down as well. So we'll see right here. This guy is 4. So this is going to be interesting. I think what we're going to do... Now, you typically don't want to drop them all together right here, because you do risk what's about to happen as the mortar is about to clobber a bunch of them. But let's start off using some clones. Using some clone rifles. I'm hoping that they're all going to go left eventually. I should have spaced them a little bit better so they don't all do that big giant shift. And some of them probably are going to trail off to the right, which I don't really want. Not too many. It was enough to be annoying. It was enough to be annoying and not really ideal. Okay. I don't want to split up my golden critters. That's the problem you get into on these split hits. Those are just, they're just going to get some damage, get some chip. They're not going to be strong enough to survive that side, I don't think. So I'm just going to let them die. And we're going to focus on what we can control over here. I mean, if they can take down a couple mortars and some mines. The biggest thing is if they can just simply walk over mines for us. That would be great. But they don't really move because they do such little amounts of damage when they're in those smaller packs. So you see, again, throwing at the golden critters to distract some splash, and also to take out mines. That's the two purposes. Where do we want to go next here, chicken? I'm not really sure. Really starting to slow down. You can tell that you're losing a lot of troops when you start to really get stuck on doing damage. So it looks like we are going to fizzle here, I think. I don't know, we got a few of them shocked, but we got that shock mine right in front of the flamethrower, which is not what we want to have happen. Yeah, I don't see us getting through mines and another flamethrower over here, so we're just simply going for percentage at this point, which could be viable. That could be something that helps us out. But let's see if we can get some explosive drones to do something here for us. No, sir. All right, so we're gonna retreat. It's important to make sure that you retreat. This guy's rank 18 anyway, so probably not gonna have much of a chance. And he's using Grens, so he's gonna get that full clear, but it's gonna be super slow. So yeah, there it is. That's what we're working with today, guys. Unfortunately, didn't really come together for us, but as we start adding some more defense, and as we slowly make our way towards tanks, we're going to be in a lot better shape. So I hope that helps you guys out. I'm not going to make you suffer and watch this guy. Well, it's more for me to not suffer and watch this guy wreck us with Grenadiers. But yeah, so those of you that picked Grens early on and thought it was a bad move, they might shine a little bit early in 4ER anyways. They clearly work right here. So yeah, there it is. There's your warning for 4ER, guys. I hope that does help you out. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll do a quick leaderboard check because I'm honestly not even sure where we're at. Wow, 166 after a pretty crappy day of losses. So not too terrible, not too terrible. So again, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. We'll catch you in the next one. Chicken out. Back.